maybe even read, or certainly not now.
May be seated in the courtroom. Back on the record. Sergeant, if you come back up and take the stand, please.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Restart it. Yeah, well, I ended up reset a couple. I think I muted.
Your Honor, while we work on this, may I check something on our computer?
Anyone?
Thank you.
Oh, never mind.
You didn't want to do it.
My co-counsel did something to the same speakers 2 months ago. So.
Let's go back on the record. We're back on the record. So we upgraded the sound and video system less than a year ago. And we've had a few interesting things happen since then. First time we heard that, though. We continue in the state's case in chief.
Thank you, Your Honor. Welcome back. Good afternoon, Sergeant Vigil.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I'd like to go to where we kind of began the morning, which is talking about the interview with Isaac Apodaca. And we discussed that you Mirandized him, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Can you tell the jury, when you did the interview of Mr. Apodaca, did you have kind of a general framework or roadmap that you would follow for your approach to the interview?
Yes, my strategy was to gather as much information about the case as possible before going into the interview. And then I wanted to kind of leave an avenue open. And this was, after we went through Miranda and built a little bit of rapport. I wanted to leave the avenue open for Mr. Apodaca to tell me in his own words what happened, what occurred. And then I would ensure that I had all that information correct. And then with the rest of my interview, kind of fill in whatever details or whatever gray areas that were left in there or any other questions that I had. Ultimately, at the end of my strategy or my framework was to look for any inconsistencies or any areas that were unclear to me, and then approach those with Mr. Apodaca to get clarification as to exactly what he meant or why something did not appear accurate in certain points, especially compared to some of the cell phone messages that came up.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, I'd ask that we swap out into the record the original 86 with 86A, which fixes the extraction issue on the first recording.
Any objection?
Rocha?
Yes. 86A is admitted, so this is what will go back to the jury box, the deliberation room with you. 86 didn't, as you heard, have, when we started earlier, the opening piece, and so that's now been added to the audio.
And before I play this, Sergeant Vigil, at times in these recordings, we may hear kind of a buzzing or a rattling sound. What is that sound that we'll hear?
The buzzing or the rattling sound that you'll probably hear is probably my body-worn camera. Every so often, it gives alerts to remind the user that it is on and activated and that it's recording. Or it might give other alerts if like the battery is dying or something for that example.
All right, let's begin with part 1 of 3. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Sergeant, I'm noticing that there's no sound during this first portion. Why is there no sound during the first 30 seconds or so of this?
The body-worn cameras that our department uses have a 30-second playback time. What I mean by that is once you activate the body-worn camera, it will capture the video that occurred before you activated it for 30 seconds, but there is no audio. The audio will come in at the time the device is activated.
Actually, there should be audio by now. Let me just... Before I continue playing, where in the department are we?
This is the second floor of the Santa Fe Police Department, and this is an interview room that we have set aside on that second floor that records both digital and audio.
Since I had the volume off first, I'm just going to go back about 20 seconds and play from there.
Okay.
I know the mom's waiting outside of the male's mom.
Hey, what's going on, sir? What's your name?
Go home and
Hi,
recharge
Isaac. I'm
it.
Detective Vigil at Santa Fe Police Department. This is Detective Ryan Gonzalez over here. You need water in the restroom or anything before we talk to each other?
Just water.
Okay, we'll walk you for some water overhead.
Okay.
Those are cool shoes, by the way.
Thank you. They were on sale 110 over there at Jennings.
No shit. I'll have to go get me some.
I like them because they give me like extra height. I feel like I'm 6 foot.
Do you want to get water or?
Yeah, let's walk and get some water. No, there's some right over here.
I don't know, there was a.
Yeah, there's one right here to your left. Let's go back over this way, Isaac. Isaac, from what I understand, you called us, right? You called 911?
My mother, Linda Montoya, called first, and then I proceeded to get on the phone with the dispatcher.
Okay. We'll have our else come here to take these out.
Take the cuffs off.
I have no reason to believe you to be a suspect right now or anything like that. We're going to take the handcuffs off. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And I apologize for that. We don't know what's going on early on in these situations, so we just have a little bit more caution. I hope you understand, okay?
I understand.
Cool. Well, just because everything is kind of new and developing, and like I said, we don't really know fully what's going on, I do want to advise you of your constitutional rights before we talk at all. Again, as far as I can tell right now, you're not a suspect. You didn't do anything wrong, from my understanding of everyone I've talked to. But it doesn't hurt to get a refresher on your rights. So we're just going to read through these, and then we'll talk more afterwards after we get through them. Sound good to you?
Sound.
Alrighty, man. I'm going to read this verbatim, okay? This is Santa Fe Police Department advisor/waiver of constitutional rights. Before answering any questions asked by Detective Javier Vigil, that's me, of the Santa Fe Police Department, I fully understand the following. I understand that I have the right to remain silent. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
Okay, initial right there for me, please. I understand that anything I say during this interview can be used as evidence against me in the court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Initial there, please. I understand that I have the right to an attorney before and during questioning, and at all times. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I understand that if I cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for me without cost to me or to my family. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, initial there. I understand that if I decide to answer any questions or make any statements, I still have the right to stop answering at any time. You understand that? Initial there.
Yes.
Pretty easy stuff. I have been advised of the above mentioned constitutional rights and acknowledge that I fully understand them and have had them read explained to me to my satisfaction. Furthermore, I consent to answering questions pertaining to, and I'm going to put the case number here, okay?
All right.
The case number for this incident that we're investigating is 2022-011401, which occurred on today's date, which is October 29th, 10/29 of 2022. And I do not wish to have an attorney present. I also understand that even though I consent to this interview, I can stop answering questions at any time I wish to do so. If you understand all that, sign date and put the time there, please. And again, the date is 10/29 of 2022. Almost Halloween.
I'm all excited for Halloween.
Yeah.
This kind of threw it off because
The time right now, sir, is 3:46 p.m. I'll be one of your witnesses.
Yeah, you know what she's driving.
And Detective Vigil is here to be the witness, okay? You can just hold on to that for us, alright? Okay. Excited for Halloween? Do you have any costumes set aside you're gonna dress up as or anything?
I was intending to dress up as a spooky character to pass out candy with my mom and dad, but
Yeah.
the mask was deemed, from what I found out, was that there's like masks that are deemed a little too scary for children, so I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna paint my face like the Crow.
That's cool. Oh, okay. That's a cool movie. Yeah. Well, let's get a little bit more information about you, okay? Have you ever, before we start off, have you ever had an interview like this before with
No,
law
sir.
enforcement or anything like that? Well, don't be nervous. It's not like the movies. We're not here to, we're not going to yell at you or anything like that. It's more information gathering. We're just trying to have a conversation with you, and we're just trying to get down to the facts of what happened today and why we're here. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So the only thing I ask is for truthfulness. I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm going to be truthful with you. I just ask that you do the same to me in return, okay? Just tell me the truth and tell me everything that happened, all right? Okay. Let's start with your name. What's your name?
Isaac Apodaca.
Can you spell your first name?
ISAAC.
A-A-C. Spell your last name?
APODDACA.
A-C-A. Your date of birth, Isaac?
12/19/1996.
12/19/1996.
I'm old.
How old are you?
25.
25. Where do you live at?
I live at 5941 Jaguar Drive.
Okay. Whose house is that? Is that your house?
That is Lanny McCulley's house.
Lanny McCulley's house. And who's Lanny McCulley to you?
She is mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law?
Yes.
So mother-in-law, I presume you're married?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
We've pushed off the wedding far down the line, so
Engaged then?
yes.
Okay. So who's your fiance?
Kiara McCulley.
Okay. Because it's Lonnie McCulley's house, does she live there or does she live somewhere else?
She lives there.
Okay.
In the main house.
In the main house, at 5941 Jaguar Drive.
Correct.
And when you say the main house, what do you mean by that?
The main house, there's a garage in the backyard that's separated from the main house. It would be,
If I gave you a paper and a pen, and draw it out for me, kind of show me where Jaguar Drive is, show me where the house is. Here, let me start it off for you. How about this?
I was going to do it that way.
Let's do it like that. So we'll call this Jaguar Drive. Okay. And let's say the house and everything is right there. So kind of like if you're looking at it, as it runs this way. Okay.
Alright. The house would be, here's the sidewalk, then the house goes like this. Just a little bit like that. And then the garage would be, this is the back door.
Okay.
So, right here would be the garage. I'm horrible at drawings.
It's okay. I'm not so good myself. If you could tell from my road, my lines aren't straight at all.
That's the park drive.
So what's all this in between? Is this all part of the property?
This would be yard.
Gotcha. Okay. And then is it cut off here on this side too?
Yes. I have to go.
Okay. Can you put the numbers of the address here? I think you said 5941. Okay, gotcha. Cool. I'm a visual person, so things like this help me a lot. Okay, so let's put this to the side for a minute, and we'll kind of reference this as we kind of describe what's going on here. So again, you said you live here. So do you live in the main house or do you live in the garage?
In the garage.
You live in the garage. How long have you been living in the garage?
A year and a half. No, a year. Yeah, a year and a month actually. I don't know why I said a year and a half.
Okay. And how long have you been in a relationship with Kiara?
3 years. 3 years, 10 months.
3 years and 10 months. Almost 4 years. And you've been staying here for about a year and a month, you said, right? Okay. Now going back to talking about Lonnie McCulley, you said she lives here in the main house?
Yes.
Okay. Where does Kiara live?
In the garage.
Okay, so you and Kiara live in the garage. Okay, cool. That gives me some good background. Okay, let's bring ourselves to today and kind of why we're here. So this is what I want you to try and do, okay? I want you to kind of think back to where kind of all this began before there was ever anything regarding the incident. And I want you to kind of tell me in your own memory what happened from that time all the way to getting here to this interview. I'm going to do my best not to interrupt you, okay? I just want you to give me your own account of what happened, okay?
So from the time it began would be yesterday. We were all hanging out. Everybody was talking, happy, normal kind of thing, nonchalant. Nighttime came around and we started falling asleep. Kiara McCulley did not fall asleep. I did not get good rest because she had been placing something sharp in my back throughout the morning hours. They've been placing something sharp in my back, and I was talking to Grace, who was in the garage as well. I said, we have to go. She's telling us we need to leave. And I said that, and then I proceeded to start packing my stuff. And I left to the main house to go use the restroom for the last time. And then I walked him back into the garage. She walks up to me and goes, I did it. With a smile on her face, and I looked at the ground and I was like, what do I do now? So I called my mom immediately to let her know that something happened. My mom proceeded to call 911 to let the dispatcher know exactly what happened. And the dispatcher called me to make sure everything was okay. I got greeted by the cops because they detained me, which was normal, but they noticed that I was freaking out. Everybody that was around me was noticing I was freaking out. I was really scared because I've witnessed, I've witnessed my friend getting shot. So,
Separately from this?
Yes, it was a while back. I was asked to be his best man at his wedding. And I was sitting in the back seat. Guy walked up, blew his brains out. They landed on me. I had to testify in court, and I'm super. Anything like this gets me super traumatized, and it's a traumatic event.
I can imagine.
And I saw my friend laying on the ground. This is going to be back to when I went back in the garage and I saw her in the ground, on the ground. I was like, I couldn't say anything because I was like, this is another one of my friends gone. I keep losing friends left and right. So I'm going to go back here, go back to the cops. When they detained me, they had me in the car. They did a search. First time I had my phone, my wallet with me. And then second search before we came here, they took my phone and wallet. And then we were here. We're here I'm here getting interviewed by you nice police officers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
I'm scared right now.
What are you scared of?
Of what just happened.
A lot to take in, I can imagine. Can I re-clarify some of the stuff you told me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to kind of summarize what you told me first, okay? So, going back to yesterday, you were all hanging out, everyone was happy, everyone was having a good time. Nighttime happened, which was yesterday, the 28th. You all fell asleep, but Kiara did not fall asleep. And you said you didn't get good sleep because you felt something poking you throughout the night. Yes. Okay. And then the next day comes, and you told Grace that you two have to leave, because Kiara is telling you guys you had to leave. And then you were packing up your things. You went back to the main house to use the restroom for the last time. When you returned back to the garage, Kiara was standing there, and she had a smile on her face, and she said, "I did it."
Yes.
And then at this point, you called your mom to let her know what happened. Your mom called 911. Dispatch ended up calling you. Then a little bit later, law enforcement ended up finding you. And then you started talking about how you saw your friend on the ground and this has been difficult for you because this is another one of your friend's gone. Police searched you, you had a phone and a wallet on you, and then they brought you over here. Is this a good summary of what you told me?
Yes.
Okay. I want to just clarify some of these things, okay? Just kind of fill in some of these gaps so that I have a better understanding of what happened. So you're saying yesterday you're all hanging out and you're all happy. So who is all of you? Who all is hanging out?
Kiara, Grace.
Okay. Isaac, Kiara, and Grace. Okay. Where were you hanging out at?
In the garage.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Grace.
There. But we started hanging out as friends, and she became like one of my best friends. I have a long list of best friends that are really nice to me, and they treat me with a lot of respect. And after a while, I lost contact with Grace, but then Grace contacted me saying, "Hey, I don't feel safe in Albuquerque," and that was last night. And she wanted to come hang out. And I was like, okay, cool. Just let me know when you're here and I'll let you in. And she got there and I let her in. She and Kiara started talking. Everything looked like it was going good. Well, from what I perceived, it looked like it was going good. And then she fell asleep last night. She fell asleep. I tried falling asleep and I kept getting prodded with something in my back. I don't know what it was, but it was hurting my back. Lower back. I have a limber spine, and part of my lower back is thinner than normal, so anything go wrong there, I'm
Sure.
done.
Yeah. Okay, you guys dated for a while and then you lost contact. So this period of losing contact, would it be safe to call that a breakup, or what was that?
It was a breakup.
Okay. So could I describe Grace as an ex-girlfriend? Would that be a fair way to describe her? Okay. So Grace contacted you yesterday. How did she contact you?
Through Instagram.
Okay. You both have Instagram profiles, I imagine, you and Grace?
Yes.
Okay. She was asking for a place to stay?
A place to hang out for the night.
A place to hang out for the night? For the night?
Yeah.
Okay. So you told her this was fine?
Yes.
Okay. What time did she get to your place, the garage, we'll call it? What time did she get there last night?
11:32 p.m.
That's very specific. How do you remember that exact time?
I kept seeing I kept looking at my phone, and when she said she's here, that's the time that it showed up on there.
You have a good memory. I've noticed so far you're like really good with like your dates, how long things have been, your months, very precise. Grace arrives. How does Kiara feel about this? Because Kiara is your fiance of almost 4 years.
Kiara was, last night I had to tell her to stop being violent. She was being violent towards me prior to Grace contact.
How so?
She kept threatening me with a sword and threatening me with a knife. There was a butterfly knife that's in the room. I had to grab out of her hand and I threw it across the garage because she had it like right here, and I told her, don't be waving stuff around me like that. Please stop.
When was this?
Last night before Grace.
Okay. Tell me about that incident a little bit more.
She had been swinging the knife around like this, and then she pointed at me like as if she was going to kill me, and she was getting very violent. She grabbed her sword, started swinging it around. There was a dagger she was dragging across my face, and I was telling her to please stop. I'm trying to concentrate and be calm.
Why was Kiara being violent last night?
She was bringing up old memories. Well, not old memories, more like old past problems, and then telling me, oh, you're just this and that, and you're gonna do the same thing over and over with these people. And I was like, I'm getting tired of this. Then she pulled out the butterfly knife right at me and swinging it around.
Can you be more specific? What was she talking about? Old memories, past problems, what's that?
I once dated a girl named Janae, and she was thinking that it was going to be like Janae coming back over, except that wasn't even the case, and I told her, please stop bringing up my past and throwing it in my face. So she went and brought up another instance, which was 2021. Her name is Mary Lou, and she started throwing that in my face, and I started getting tired of it. I was like, please stop bringing up my past. This is the present.
Are you describing like kind of jealousy type things?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point where you guys are arguing and she's bringing up the past, does she know that Grace is coming over?
Yes.
Okay. Did that have anything to do with this interaction?
I think so. Kiara also has a past with Grace.
Oh, they know each other?
Yes.
What's their past?
They are exes to each other.
Oh, they used to date each other?
Yes.
Okay. How long ago was that?
2017. It roughly, from what I was told, lasted 11 months.
Okay. And what happened there? Do you know the background there of why it ended? So kind of going back to last night, to yesterday, you guys are all hanging out. You, Kiara, Grace, you and Kiara had kind of had this argument before Grace arrived over the past, over old things, during this argument, Kiara had kind of swung around a sword and pulled out a butterfly knife. You said something about the butterfly knife, that you had to take it away and throw it away?
Yes.
Where did you throw it to?
I threw it to the back of the garage, which is by the garage door. It should be like right there by the insulation still. There's some insulation to the back of the garage door.
Inside the garage still though?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe that knife to me?
It's black, but with red tiger's eye stone on it. And can I draw it? Or
Yeah, sure. We'll give you another piece of paper.
Okay.
Let's just do it more. Keep things clean. There you go. Draw the butterfly next.
Let's see. That. The knife looks like this with and there's the tiger's eye stone right here, all the way down. But this is all this would be the tiger's eye stone, and it's not that big, but it's a bit bigger.
Can we title this butterfly knife up on top? Can you list me out the description of the butterfly knife? Mostly colors for blade material or blade color, handle color, things like that. Yeah, that'll probably suffice. Can you just initial down here at the bottom?
And today's date again.
Yeah, sure. The 10/29 of 2022. Let's do the same thing for this one. Just initial and put the date right there. Just so I remember who drew these. We talked about a samurai sword being kind of swung around too. Explain to me more about that.
It's more like an old English kind of sword. I don't know if you're like a fan of Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Aragon sword.
Okay.
So
It looks like that, or is it like a replica?
it looks like that.
It looks like that.
Why am I doing this?
So who does this knife belong to?
Kiara.
Kiara. Who does the sword belong to?
Kiara.
Kiara. What about the dagger? Who does that belong to?
Kiara.
Kiara.
Let's see if I can do it right. And the blade. Well,
Let's title this one Sword. And let's describe it over here. His colors and blade color, handle color. initial and date at the bottom. Sword, stainless steel blade, that's the blade here, right?
Yes.
Black hilt, that would be this whole part, right?
Yes.
Okay, with black sheath.
I also put in parentheses, battle ready, it is sharp.
Battle ready, it is sharp. Gotcha, okay. So let's talk more about the sword in regards to last night's incident with Kiara. What was she doing with the sword?
Going like this, and then pointing it right here. She nicked me right there in the arm, and nicked me right across.
Why was she doing that?
To see if I was scared of her.
To see if you were scared of her? Is that what she said, or is that what you think?
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Are you scared of me? Just like that, and I was like, a bit, yes, I'm very scared right now.
You also mentioned a dagger.
Yes.
What happened with the dagger last night?
The dagger, shape was, I think for a fact that that was the thing that was getting stabbed in my back. And it was just going that, but last night she was also scratching it across my face. Like, does this scare you?
And where was this all happening at?
In the garage.
In the garage. Can we draw the dagger as well, please? Same thing with these other two.
This one a little more tricky because there's a hilt with it. That's the guard, and then and same thing, just like this.
Yes, please. Okay, let's keep these in pen for reference if they come up again. I know we talked about the location of what happened with the butterfly knife. You got thrown in the garage. After last night, what happened with the sword?
The sword was just placed on the ground.
Okay, in the garage?
Yes.
Okay. In the sheath or not in the sheath?
In the sheath.
In the sheath. What about the dagger? What happened to the dagger last night?
I do not know where the dagger is.
Okay. Okay, going back into your original account of what happened. Nighttime came, everyone fell asleep, but Kiara did not fall asleep. And you were kind of talking about earlier that you were feeling something poking you and that you're pretty sure it was a dagger.
Yes.
Did you get any injuries from that last night? Have you checked?
I have not checked.
What do you feel? Whereabouts were you getting poked? Like in the back?
Like,
Can you pick up your shirt and stand up if you feel comfortable? Can we look?
like right here, and I don't know if there's anything, but
Yeah.
it's really sore back here, like it's hurting.
Okay. About how many times would you say you were poked last night?
15.
15 times. Around what time was this happening at?
This would have been 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 a.m. Were the pokings as you described them, were they spread out or were they all
They
at
were
the same
spread
time?
out.
Over what duration of time?
From 3 a.m. all the way to 6 a.m.
3 a.m. to 6 a.m. spread out. Okay. About 15 times. And did you guys talk at all? Did you say anything when this was happening or what?
I told her to stop it. Please stop, and she didn't want to.
Did she say why she was doing that?
She just and then turned over, and then it started all over again. And I was like, please stop. It's hurting me. Like, it's really hurting my back.
So in your original statement, you say that Kiara was poking you in the back, and then we kind of jumped to you telling Grace that you guys had to go because Kiara didn't want you there anymore. How did you know that Kiara didn't want you guys there anymore?
She woke up. Well, she woke up from what she says she slept, but she was awake the whole time. And she turned over, told me, "You guys need to get out. I don't want you guys here." And then proceeded to start playing with something. I don't know what she was playing with. It was really freaking me out, so I was trying to get out. I was in and out of the room, trying to contact my mom to pick me up, to get me out of there.
What time was that at?
I contacted my mom around, I would say, 12.
What time did you guys wake up at? What time did you wake up at?
I woke up at about 7:50.
7:50 a.m.
Yes.
So at what time did Kiara tell you guys had to leave?
She told us we had to leave at about 8:30.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
And between 8:30 and to the time your mom called 911, kind of what happened in there?
I was packing my stuff, getting ready to I was just gonna walk it all the way over there. But when I packed my stuff, I went inside the house, which was a stupid mistake for me to go in the house, use the bathroom, and then come back and see what I saw.
So what time did you go to use the restroom?
That would have been 11:40.
11:40.
Yes.
How long did you use the restroom for?
About 30 seconds. It was quick. Number one.
Okay. What do you mean by number one?
Pee.
Pee. Okay. And then after you peed, you went immediately back to the garage?
Yes.
So around what time would you say that was at?
11:47.
How certain are you about the time?
I'm really certain.
Really certain about the time? Okay. So you go back to the garage and tell me in detail what you see.
I walk in, she yells, she tells me, I didn't mean to say it, she yelled, she goes, "I did it." I look at the ground and I see someone dead. I see an ear hanging. And I'm like,
You see see someone dead. Who is that someone?
Grace.
How do you know she's dead?
Because Kiara goes, I got her across the throat, and she did the gurgle. And I'm like, what do I do now? I need to get out of here.
Do you know why Kiara did this?
No.
What were Kiara and Grace doing before you went to the restroom?
They were just sitting there. They were sitting on the bed, and when I went back, that's what happened. I was like, what? This is, this is way too quick. What just happened? I'm really freaking out on it because that's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kiara is now my ex. She's involved, and I'm freaking out because I just wanted to leave.
Yeah. Describe to me more what you see when you go into the garage. So, I'm not familiar with this garage, so let's go back to our pictures. Did you enter through like a door? Do you have to open up a large door in the garage? Where did you enter through? So,
The door would be right here.
okay, you could draw that if you want. So that's the door into the garage?
Yeah.
Is that the one you enter?
Yes.
And where is Grace Lane when you see her?
I put it inside the box. Here's the door. She is within right here. Right. She's off the bed on the ground.
And where's Kiara at?
She's also off the bed by the TV.
Where's the TV at?
TV.
Okay. And show me where Kiara was at too. Okay. Describe Grace to me more, her injuries. What do you observe?
I saw an ear cut off, on something with her knee that was right here. I saw blood right here, and started seeing blood right leaking out. And I was like, I saw blood leaking out, and she was just like that. That's not me making fun of that. I have a very strong rule on that. But
You're describing something to me. Yeah, I know. Okay. What about Kiara? What did you observe about Kiara?
I would like to stand up, and if you can too, for this. Is that a possibility? Or
For what?
to show you exactly what I observed.
Well, just describe it as best you can.
I did it. And she tried touching my hands, which I was like, I pulled away because I was like, don't touch me. She had blood all over her hands, all on here, right here, and on her face.
There's blood all over.
And I was like, just don't touch me, please.
Did she touch you?
She tried to, and she tried touching me like right over here, and she did not successfully touch me because I pulled away really fast.
Did any blood get on you?
No.
No. Okay. So she tells you this, and then what happens?
She's all, I'm gonna get rid of it.
What does she mean by it?
Grace.
She's gonna get rid of it?
Yes.
What do you think she meant by that?
She was gonna, she said she had called somebody that, after she said I did it, she said she had called somebody to come help her pick up the body.
Who'd she call?
A guy named Al.
Al?
Yes.
Do you know who this is?
Al, all I know is his name is Al, and African American, and besides that, he would be my age, and that's it.
You've never met her before?
No.
How do you know he's African American?
That's what Kiara had described him to be.
So that was her plan to get rid of the body. Al was going to come help her. Yes. Where were they going to take the body?
I don't know.
Can you tell me anything else about Al? No. So she has a plan. She's going to get rid of the body. Then what happens? Is this conversation happening in the garage?
This conversation is happening right there in the garage. And I walked out of the garage because she goes, I'm going to go take a shower so I could get cleaned up and look better. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go right over here by the gate and I'm going to make a phone call real quick. The phone call I made was my mom. And
What time did you call your mom at?
that would have been around 12.
12. What did you tell your mom?
I was like, can you guys pick me up, please? And they're like, no, but you can come over. What's going on? I was like, I just witnessed something very bad. And my mom's all, what did you witness? I walked in on, Kiara killed Grace. And that's what I walked in on. And she's like, I'm calling 911 right now. And after that, I walked over to AP Wireless because I felt like that would have been a safe space for me to be. And the guy there, he's friends with me. He said, just sit right here. You're okay, dude. Just sit right here. If anything happens, just know you're in a pretty good safe spot.
Nice. Yeah.
And then the cops met me, and I got scared because I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble. But then they're like, oh, we're detaining you to question you. And it's like, okay, cool. I had a panic attack in the cop car. I don't know if one of the officers said anything to you.
I didn't hear that.
I had a panic attack.
That's a lot. What you just went through, you know? That's tough.
I passed out. The cop went like that to see if I was alive or awake. And I woke up right away and he's all, what's wrong? I was all, I just passed out. I'm sorry.
How do you feel now?
I'm still shooken out.
Well, you let me know if you need medical attention or anything like that. I know this stuff is difficult. Okay?
All I want to do is I just want to get my stuff and go back to my mom and dad's. Because at least there I know that I'm safe.
I'll try to make that happen for you as soon as I can, okay?
Right? Just scared right now.
Did you see anything else in the garage? Anything else stick out to you?
There was blood on the sheets that I had purchased.
Okay.
Everything that happened today, it's like really shaking me out because I've witnessed my friend get murdered. I've witnessed another friend get murdered a second time. I've been robbed. I've just been on an unlucky streak of shit happening to me. And I'm not okay right now. Sorry if my voice is low. I'm getting over a sickness.
It's okay. Did you see any weapons inside the garage?
Just the sword, it was right there.
What did it look like? Well, not like a bad description, but like...
There was blood all over it.
Blood on the sword. Why do you think there was blood all over it?
That's what Kiara did. And
I think the only question I have left for you that's kind of coming to mind is, you're saying you were told to leave 8 in the morning, right?
Yes.
You start packing up your things to leave, and then this happens a little before 12, right?
Yes.
So what took so long to leave in that 3-hour gap?
My mom, I was trying to call her before that. I was like, I kept calling her through Facebook. She didn't want to pick up, so I finally called her through her phone number. And then that's when she started picking up and saying, hey, what's going on? I was like, I need to be picked up here. Please pick me up. And then like, no, we can't pick you up right now. We're out and about, and I was trying to find another ride or something.
Okay, that makes sense. And then between when this happened, 12, and I think we got the call a little after 1:30.
Yes.
Kind of an hour and a half gap there. I know you said you called your mom and she quickly called 911, but it doesn't really seem to line up with our timeline, at least from, can you help make me understand that? Was there a long period of time that you and Kiara were trying to figure out what was going to happen?
There was a long period of time. It was when I was standing on the side of the garage.
Tell me about that.
I was hyperventilating on the side of the garage. I was like that, and then I made the call to my mom. My mom made the call to y'all. But I was just, I was shooken up, and I know I should have been the one to call. I know I should have been the one to call y'all. But I was shooken up. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
And
Just take some deep breaths.
I didn't expect any of this to happen today.
No one knows when these things happen. It's difficult. Okay, look up at me. You didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right?
Sometimes things happen. What defines who we are is kind of how we move forward with things. Would you agree?
Yes.
You've been super truthful this whole time from what I can tell, and we really much appreciate that. I got one more question. I want you to be real truthful with it, as you have been this whole time, okay?
Yes.
At any point, did you think of, or did it cross your mind, or did you start helping Kiara with covering this up at all?
No.
No. At any point, did you help Kiara injure Grace or do anything to Grace?
No.
No. Okay. And if anything like that did happen, or there's anything I'm missing to the story, now's the time to tell me, so I get the truthful statement from you right off the bat. Is there anything anyone else is going to say about this that's going to contradict that?
No.
Okay. Talking about Kiara's mom, your mother-in-law, did she know what happened?
No.
She didn't know.
All she thought was Kiara was still asleep or just being her normal routinely self, which is stay away from her mom.
Kiara went from the garage to the main house to shower. Is that what you said?
Yes.
And she was covered in blood.
Yes.
And her mom was in the house at that time?
Yes.
Did her mom see her covered in blood?
I do not know. I was already handcuffs and in the cop car, and I don't know.
How many bathrooms are in the main house?
One.
One shower?
Yes.
How do you feel?
Still like I'm gonna pass out, but
You want to take a break?
No.
No. Well, I need a little break if that's okay with you. I'll use the restroom real quick. And then we'll see if there's anything else, any other questions we have, or anything else that maybe you want to tell us. And then we'll go from there. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, thanks for your time, Isaac. We'll be back in a bit. Video on.
Sergeant, after this video, when it ends, we see that you're about to go take a break. What did you do?
I took a break and I prepared some documentation for a consent to search an electronic device form. My intention with the second part of the interview, I had knowledge that we had possession of Mr. Apodaca's cell phone. I knew that eventually we were going to have to do our due diligence and either get consent or get a search warrant for that phone to see if there was anything of evidentiary value on it. So it was my plan to prep that phone and then go in there and see if he would give consent to search it along with the passcode if that applied.
And did you obtain his phone that had been collected by other officers?
Yes, I did. It was provided to me by Officer Caesar or Nellis.
Okay. And while the phone was in your possession, did you access it in a way that would have altered any information or make any changes to the phone?
No, I did not.
And during the interview, we see Mr. Apodaca stand up and show you his backside. When he showed you his lower back, did you see any scratches or poke marks or defects to his lower back? Were there any that you observed?
None that I can observe. There appeared to be some like discoloration, but I couldn't really tell if it was like a birthmark or what exactly that was. I don't know.
May I approach the witness?
Yes.
Before we go to the second part of the interview, I'm going to approach you with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 90. Can you please take a look at State's Exhibit 90 and tell me if you recognize it?
I do recognize it.
What is State's Exhibit 90?
This is Santa Fe Police Department electronic device consent to search form, the one I had just mentioned. It's dated, the date of the incident, October 29th, 2022. It has location listed as SFPD, or the Santa Fe Police Department. The case number associated with this is on there, and it's pre-filled out with Mr. Apodaca's name, his date of birth, and that he is giving consent to me, Detective Javier Vigil at the time, and the form says, and or any other persons designated by the Santa Fe Police Department, which may include the assistance of computer forensic examiner to conduct a complete search of. Then it goes into the device that we're getting consent to search, and that is Mr. Apodaca's phone. The description of the phone as well as the IMEI number, and then the password, there was no password on it, is listed there. I can see at the bottom as well, there is a signature and date and time from, it appears, Mr. Apodaca, as well as myself.
And does this document State's Exhibit 90 fairly and accurately? I picked the form as you filled it out on the date of incident, October 29th, 2022.
Yes, it does.
Had you altered this this document in any way before making a facsimile copy of it?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time I'd move to admit State's Exhibit 90.
Any objection to 90?
No objection from defense.
90 is admitted.
Thank you. And we don't need it. So prior to the second part of the interview, had you seen the text messages or the Facebook messages or the phone searches on Isaac Apodaca's phone?
No, I had not. Before the second part of the interview, I had not yet obtained written or verbal consent to go through the phone, nor had I tampered with it at all. So I had no idea those messages were on there.
Okay. Your Honor, may I please play part 2 of the recording or of the interview?
Yes.
Hey, Isaac. So I have your cell phone. I know our cell phones are very important to us because they have pretty much all our personal information on them and everything. So I do want to try and get this back to you as soon as possible. given that there were kind of messages and stuff, and this is still an active investigation, there is reason to believe that there is potentially evidence on your phone of, you know, messages of you interacting with either, you know, your fiance or ex-fiance now, or Grace. So one way or another, we are going to have to look at the data on the phone. So there's a couple ways that we can go about this, and I want to give you all the information so you can make a well-informed decision. Make sense? So we can either do a search warrant for the data on the phone. It's a little bit of a process because we have to complete the paperwork, and then we have to send the cell phone along with the paperwork to the Regional Communications Forensic Laboratory in Albuquerque, and then it gets put in the queue of phones that they have to extract data for. Usually turnaround time is around 6 months to a year before you get your phone back, before we extract the data from it. The quicker option, and this is completely up to you, we can complete a Santa Fe Police Department electronic device consent to search. And it's just a fancy form and a fancy way of saying that you're giving us permission to extract the data from your phone and only look at things pertaining to this case. Like I'm telling you, messages, you know, different things like that, different data that, you know, that helps with our investigation. So if you do want to do this, I've already kind of pre-filled it out for you. Date, location, this is the case number, kind of same thing as that other form. This is your name right here. This is your date of birth. I am Detective Javier Vigil. This is your phone right here. This is your IEMI number, okay? And then all we would need is your phone password, and you can sign this, and then we can get the extraction done so you can get your phone back sooner rather than later. You're welcome to look over this form, read it for a bit, and let me know if you have any questions.
Right here, correct?
Yeah, sign right there, please.
Today's date.
10/29/2002. And it is 5:16 p.m. And the phone password?
There's no password.
No password.
It's just a quick swipe up and that's it.
Okay, let's see. So since we have it here, I know the battery's close to 9, but I would like to manipulate it here with you just so you can explain anything to me as we loop through it. Now let's look through it. Okay, messages. Did you have any messages between you and Grace?
Put it on Instagram.
Instagram, okay? And I'll if it's okay with you, I'll handle the phone. You just tell me what it is, okay?
Right there, and then there's been Unico Jennings right at the top.
Okay, that's her like profile name. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is kind of when everything started. Hey, I got kicked out, and she's telling everyone to leave her house. I'm going to head to my fam's place. Is this her saying that?
That's me.
Oh, okay. What do you mean when you say that?
I'm heading to my mom and dad's house. That's what I was meaning. And the kicked out part.
Oh, is this today?
Yes.
Oh, this is today at 12. Hey, I got kicked out, and she's telling everyone to leave her house. She is telling everyone to leave her house. Who is she?
Kiara.
And I met at my fam's place. Okay, what happened? She just doesn't want us here, and I have to respect her wishes, and I'm getting my stuff. First of all, who? Second, my mom can only come get me at 3:30. Why is she kicking you out, and does she know I'm here? Wait a minute. I thought you guys all hung out the night before.
We did.
So how come she doesn't know she's there?
I was very confused, and I told her.
She's kicking me out because you're here and she knows it. So it's sounding like to me, just take a pause real quick. Did she not know she was there? Because that's what it looks like.
She knew she was there.
Then why is it looking like in these messages?
She knew she was there, and she was playing. She was acting like she didn't know where she was.
Who was acting like? I'm so confused. Who was acting like who didn't know who?
Grace was acting like she didn't know where she was.
Okay.
Even though we had talked.
She's kicking me out because you're here and she knows it. How? She is right next to you. What the fuck, really? How fucking great? Yup. Why though? She is not wanting to deal with it. Us being here, and I broke her trust. She is not in the best mood. She is not wanting to deal with what?
She's not wanting to deal with us.
What does that mean?
She didn't want us there at all.
Okay. But it says she is not wanting to deal with it.
I should have been more. I'm horrible with my words. I'm horrible with how I type.
I'm just trying to understand
With it,
too.
it was just a meeting. She didn't want to deal with us
Okay.
being there because
I know how she feels. My mom's coming to get me soon. Okay.
and that was the part that threw me off. Was like she's kicking us out. Why is she kicking you out? And how does she know I'm here? I'm like, we discussed
Okay.
this. And that's
So she is right next to you. So that was your way of telling her, like, I'm referring to
Kiara.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense to me now. Okay. Where are your messages with Kiara?
My messages with Kiara.
And just tell me where to go.
You're gonna go out of there.
Okay.